Hello, everyone. LJ Young going live actually today. How are you guys today? Like I just stated a minute ago, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people get out of debt by, help, by helping them see what they can't see, by helping people open their eyes to everyday things that happens in life that keep you in debt. And it's just business. Credit is business. But anyway, today is going to be a little different though. I am, one second here. I am, oops, let me pause that. Okay. I am going live today because I wanted to tell people how I came across to becoming debt free because I was like most. I didn't know I was in debt. And for those of you that are coming in live, if you want to comment everything, I can see now with my laptop in front of me. So if you're typing anything, I can see. All right, so it's weird. This is how I came across becoming debt free. First, I didn't know I was in debt. I know that sounds like the craziest thing, but all my life I was just living like everybody else. Everything's on credit. As long as my credit was A number one, I was good, right? Because that's what society says. Hey, if you got excellent credit, you must be a great money managed person, or you make money, whatever these things people say. And I believed it. I just believed it, and I kept my credit good, never missed payments, so on and so forth. But this time it was a little different. Okay, I how it actually happened. I think after everything started going into motion towards becoming debt free, because mind you, I didn't know. All right, I remember I was somewhere and I was thinking about my job, right? And I was thinking, is this it? I'm going to work at my job for another 20, 30 years, then retire, and then start living my life. I started doing this. It's like triggers. Like, how when you first get a job, right? And you're filling out all the papers to work here and everything, right? And then you get to the retirement part, right? And you're like, well, that's so far away. Why should I even worry about that? You just kind of just go by and think it's nothing, right? But it's a little trigger inside of you saying what it's really saying is like, am I gonna really work here until I retire? Is that my plan? Oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Ulysses? I was like, is that my plan to be here for the next 20 years? I was like, no. That, I mean, because it's something with inside yourself that if this is going to be your final spot, right? And forget the money. Just like remove the money part and now sit there or think about your job and say, would I be here without money? If they wasn't paying me, would I actually love being here? If the answer is no, you're strictly doing it for the money. And that's what I was doing. I was doing it for the money. I was making over $100,000 a year, but I was doing it for the money. I liked it. Here was another trigger that kind of opened my mind a little bit, right? I remember when I got this job, got a good salary. I remember I was thinking about getting a house, and I was looking around, the local area, but then someplace close to my job, right? But something in the back of my mind, something deep inside of me was like, are you really planning to work here for the next 30 years? Because that's how long it's going to take you to pay this house off. So you're close today. You're saying to yourself, Linnell, that you're going to be here for the next 30 years till this house is paid off because it's close to your job. And this was all in the back of my mind. And in reality, I was thinking, "Nah, I don't think I'm going to be here for the next 30 years in this state, in this city, in this whatever. Those are those things that were just nagging at me. Then I was like, then what? If somebody was watching me, they would have thought I was crazy. I was like, then what? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to climb the corporate ladder? Am I supposed to reach a certain point? And before I get to the thing that kind of the universe helped me, I remember, like, for example, say like you look at a really expensive car or a multi-million, multi-million dollar house, right? Or you go downtown and you go to the rich area, the downtown area, whatever, right? Where you know it takes money to live there, right? And when you drive through there, you got to think, is my job? I remember I used to think like this: is my job gonna ever get me? Am I gonna climb the ladder high enough to where my job will allow me to afford a place to live here? Not that I even want to live there. I'm just saying in general to say this, I want to live here. I can choose to live here, right? And I used to think, no, my job's not gonna. I don't care how high I get in my job, it's not gonna allow me to live here. Never once did I stop and think to myself and go, then why not, Linnell? Somebody's living there. They're not space aliens. Somebody's living there. What do they know that you don't know? But I didn't really connect it back at that time. But anyway, back to the original, how I understand how the universe answered my question. I remember thinking about that. Am I going to be at this job for the next 20, 25, 30 years? Then I was like, no. Then I yelled out loud wherever I was at, then I don't accept that. I do not accept a mediocre life. I don't accept this. I don't accept it. Get up, go to work, go home. Get up, go to, this is exactly what I was saying. Am I going to do this for the next 25 years? Get up, go to work, go home. Get up, work, traffic, home. Work, traffic. Just in this circle, I was thinking, no, I refuse. I had no idea what I was refusing to, but I just said, I refuse to live a mediocre life. I refuse. I knew there was a different way. I mean, logically, I knew there was a different way because there were people living like that. But when I was in debt, it was hard for me to decipher who's rich, who really has money, who's telling me the right information. Because sorry, guys, if you don't know, right? If you don't know about money, how are you going to know who to ask? And how do you know they're giving you the proper answers? You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Oh, hold on for a second. Okay, after 20, 30 years, they only exactly. Exactly. You know, it's funny you say that, Ulysses, right? Here's another thing that you it's something deep inside that tells you something, but you don't really catch on, right? So imagine you're at a job for 10, 15 years, right? And then at 15-year mark, they give you this piece of paper and this little chip of a diamond on a pin or something, or a ring or something, and that's all you get. Now deep inside, you're thinking, damn, after 15 years, this is all I get? Yes, that's all you get because you're just a piece in the machine. That's it. And check it out. It's nothing personal. It really isn't. It's nothing personal. It's business. Each time they pay you for work, your contract really ends right at that point. You work, they pay you. You work, you pay. It's really over at that point. But some people take it personally. And then when you see that, when you get those kind of certificates and that little chip of a whatever that is, even if it is a ruby or diamond, I don't even know if it really is. I never bothered to even check it, right? You got to say to yourself, no, I don't accept that. I'm worth more than that. I know I'm worth more than that. If other people can do it, I can do it. And then you just leave and go find it. But that's the hardest part. I personally had to ask the universe, because I personally know inside of me, I know I'm more than this. I know I'm more, whatever it is, but it's something. And if you don't know, it's the unknown. The unknown used to be scary to me. The unknown excites me now. It's like after I screamed this out to the universe, I don't accept this, right? That's when things started just happening. I barely can explain it, okay? And I'm surprised I'm really even sharing this side of me, but I have to share. Something inside of me is just saying, you must share this other side. Because at first you're kind of like, at first I was like, you start talking about the universe and people, you start thinking about people's responses, but that's when you come on this side of things, you understand that people's opinions don't even matter. It doesn't care. You don't care what they think or say. You just don't care. Nothing bad towards them, but it doesn't matter, right? And the reason why I understand this now is because once I became debt free, I was so excited to get out here and tell people about it. Hey, it's just math. It's just sixth grade math. But when it kept coming back like negative reactions to it, and it was just math I was saying, and I said, you know what? I'm taking their responses personally. I shouldn't be doing that. They just don't know. And it's not. And what's powerful about this is that it can be proven with math. So it's not like I'm making it up or I'm just trying to sell you something or something. It can be proven, right? But anyway, the universe started. As soon as I said to the universe, I don't accept this, that's when things started changing for me. No, they don't know. They don't know, Ulysses, and that's what's so powerful about this gift. I look at it as a gift. But that's when things started rolling for me, right? And things started happening. I started doing things that didn't quite make sense to me at first, but my trigger was when I hit the cap on the debt to income ratio, and then I started figuring out things didn't make sense, and then that's when I started looking. So I got turned down for a loan. That's what I've never got turned down for a loan in my life, right? And when I got turned down for this particular one, and I had good credit, good job, money, blah blah blah, right? Well, I didn't have no money. I just thought I did. Uh, that's when things didn't start making sense, and then that's when I started looking. I came across Dave Ramsey. He was showing me stuff that just made sense with just math, right? I don't really follow him on his religious views. He's a really religious man, but I don't. That's nothing to do with me. That's his personal preference, right? But what he's speaking about debt, it made total sense, and he was proving it with math, right? And then I just started rolling with it. Then I started seeing the debts disappear. And it was almost like how a person first experiences religion, I was experiencing that becoming debt free because I realized I own my time, right? And then the inside me was coming out to show I was starting to feel true freedom that unlike any other time in my life because I've been in debt all my life. But I thought it was normal. Once I got out of debt, I was free and it allowed me to open up other sides of me. So now that I'm out of debt, knowing that the majority of people are in debt, it's a gift. Like Ulysses, you follow me. You see this at your age. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're like the age range doesn't even matter. It's all over the board, right? And you see what's happening in your generation, right? They still don't hear you. Your generation definitely they're not gonna hear anything you say, and that's gonna be your advantage. My age, if they're still not listening, and I'm almost 50, if they're still not listening, the time window's closing. Thank God I didn't wake up at 70, at 80. I'd have been crying. I'm already upset right now, because if I was your age, man, I would be a multimillionaire by 40. Easy. Easy. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You know what? I see all this shopping right here for a Christmas vacation, and can you imagine how many people are shopping because they feel obligated to shop? Like they feel obligated to buy presents for people, like they have to, even though they're in debt, whether they know it or not. They feel obligated to. Never mix your feelings and your money. I tell people that all the time. Never mix those two. They have nothing to do with each other. Nothing. When you become debt free, like myself, right? You financially free. You own your time. And when people ask, "Hey, you gonna buy some presents?" I just say no. And when they ask, "Why not?" I have no money. There's no reason to lie to anybody. I'm not working. No. Well, how do you travel? That's none of your business. What's that got to do with presents? You're not afraid to say no. Can I borrow some money? No. You see, the gift is you can see things, money things. This is what I want you to concentrate on, Ulysses. The people that live in the debt matrix do not know they live in the debt matrix. They don't know they live there, right? So this is the advantage you have. The advantage you have is to be able to you it's a gift to be able to weed through the people that are full of crap about money. It's so easy. It's so easy. And if you decide to go into business with somebody, right? All you have to do is this. Ask to see their personal credit report. Personal. Once you see that, it'll tell you everything you need to know financially about that person because they're going to carry those same habits over into the business side of things. Believe that. Why would they do that? Because they know nothing else, but they don't know. That's the advantage you have. All you got to do is just listen to them, let them talk. People in debt love to talk about their debt, love to talk about their debt problems, and never look at themselves. This is the advantage you have. You no longer go by looking at a person's stuff. Oh man, he got the brand new Cadillac. He got the house on the hill. He got 5 dogs. That means nothing. That means that's just stuff. You have no idea if the bank owns it or not, but they'll tell you. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, don't yeah. They think you're crazy because you downsize. They probably even think you're broke. Here's another thing, Ulysses. Okay, when you're on this side of things, when you're financially free, you understand there is absolutely no reason, no purpose to show everybody around you your wealth. There's no reason for it. When you're in debt, you think that you get the baddest watch, you get the suits, and you get the cars, and you get all. You think you have to show people that you have money. People with true money, true wealth, they understand that there's absolutely no reason to have to show it. Why would you even put yourself in that kind of situation? You know what I'm saying? There's millions of people out there that will kill you over $1,000, maybe 500. And you come rolling up in a Lamborghini and a presidential Rolex? Mm-mm. You're asking for somebody to do something bad to you just to get to that presidential watch and that Ferrari that they can probably sell, Lamborghini they can sell somewhere. Why? There's no reason for that. You don't have to show it. You show them with your freedom. When you own your own time, you're free. That's the true definition of wealth. It's free. That's the freedom. So when the universe gave me this gift that I asked for, I had to ask for it. I had no idea what I was asking for, but I had to ask for it. I said, I don't accept this. It's got to be something else better. It's got to be. There was no way I was born just to work, go and get in the traffic, go to work, get in the traffic, go home, get in the traffic, wake up, get in the traffic, go to work, go home. And they were calling me during off hours too. I can't believe I allowed that to happen. But you know why I allowed it to happen? I was in debt. So Ulysses, keep on the right track what you're doing, man. And when I say listen to this, it might sound crazy. I don't know if you believe in what the universe and all this other stuff, but I do. When you're by yourself, ask the universe, hey, not you don't go when you say I want something, you don't do that because I want says I'm lacking something, so I want it, right? So when you say, "Oh, I want more money," you're implying to the universe that you're lacking money. And when I say lacking money, that you don't have a place to live, maybe you don't have a car, you don't have no food, that kind of stuff, right? But if you just live in the present moment and say, "Am I good right now? Is everything all right? I got food, gas, car, my business going good?" Yeah, then nothing's wrong right now because the future doesn't exist and the past is just over. You take the lessons that you learned from the past and use them in the present. The present moment is the only moment that matters. And the more you get out there and do how you're doing financially, and the more people that call you crazy, you know you're doing it right when they call you crazy about what you're doing. I get that all the time. Oh, Linnell, whatever, you're only debt free because you don't have a mortgage. And I just listen to them. They're saying it like I have to have one. No, only people in the debt matrix feel like they have to have one. There is no way I want to owe the bank $400,000 for 30 years. No. No. Wow. You know what? You know what? This is that should tell you something, right? That should tell you that your dad is still trapped in the debt matrix. That's why I'm telling you, this gift we have right now is not, age doesn't matter. It only matters about the how much time you have to wake up. You don't want to wake up at 80. You woke up at 30 something, or late 20s, almost 30, right? You woke up early. But then there's some people that wake up in their early 20s, right? I just This happened just to be my time to wake up so I can share, because if I didn't wake up, think about it, Ulysses. If I didn't wake up and start sharing, you wouldn't even know I'd exist. You probably wouldn't even know you're already on the right track, or take what you learned from me. It's a bunch of things, but they all connect. You keep this mindset, right? You're going to be a multimillionaire, man. Easy. I know I am. I just could have done it earlier. That's all I'm upset about. You know what? He's trapped, and he's not even going to listen to you. He's not even going to, and it's messed up. You know what? You got to show him. You're gonna have to show them. You can't, like, I no longer try to tell people, because it really doesn't matter. They gotta. You're gonna. I'm reaching the people like yourself, right? You already knew there was something wrong with everybody else doing it, right? And so you're already listening. You're looking for something. You don't even know what you were looking for. You're just looking, right? That's the same way I was doing. I didn't know to look for debt free. I was just like bills, money, or something. I forgot what I was typing. I was just Googling stuff. And then I just came across Dave Ramsey, because I didn't know. I didn't say, hey, debt free. Okay, let me just look up Dave Ramsey. No, I didn't do that. I just Googling. And then I came across him, and it just all connected. So when you see it's going to be hard with your loved ones, especially your parents, and you want to just show them, you say, hey, man, you've been doing it. You want to say, you've been doing it wrong. Let's go do it this way, but they're not going to hear you. And that's just the messed up part. I was doing that with my family. I was doing that with even some of my friends. And they were just not hearing it. And then it was starting to push them away. So I had to just shut up. I was like, dude, just listen, man. I'll show you with math. Let me show you. They're like, oh, I ain't trying to hear that. I was like, trying to hear what? Math? But I mean, wow, that's just crazy. He said it's time for you to, since you got a new job, he said it was time for you to go finance a new car. Oh my goodness. Whew. You, you know, accept, accept that, accept that this is a gift. I know it feels like another planet, but it's an advantage. It's an advantage that you understand, because other wealthy people, they will hear you talk. They will know that you're on the right track. They will know, trust me. If your credit report is blank and maybe have one credit card on it, right? I would trust that you knew what you were talking about, because you don't need all that stuff on there. It's totally unnecessary. But people in debt believe that thing got to be filled up, and payments right on time and all this finance stuff. It's crazy, man. You're on the right track. Keep it up, Ulysses. And you and I, we're gonna figure out how to bring your podcast up to reach more people in your generation, so you can if I could help people at your generation at that age, oh my God. Oh, and wealth is not a secret, man. Let me tell you something. Becoming wealthy is not a secret. That was the trick. Calling it a secret so everybody believe it's a secret. But the secret is, it's not a secret. Hey, like I said, you call me anytime, man. We gotta make this happen. I want to reach more people at your age. I want to, if I can help them, if we can do some online classes, or whatever, just to answer some general questions, like, somebody come on and kind of tell me their particular financial situation, because it doesn't matter, because it's all the same. I don't care who comes up whatever scenario. I will have an answer for them, because it's all the same at the baseline. It's all the same. Whether they believe the answer Like this is going to be the amazing part, right? We'll get somebody on, they'll tell me their issue, right? And I'll show it to them with math. So everybody watching can see it, right? They'll see it. And I'll tell them exactly this is the option for you. And it's going to be amazing when you hear somebody say, "I don't believe that." That's going to show you how powerful this is. We're going to make a lot of people sound crazy, but they're not crazy. I'm not crazy. I know exactly the gift I have. I do. And the best part is that it's not even difficult. This is not hard. I mean, the hardest part. This will be the hardest part for the people that will come on and ask or want to know, right? When we add up all their debt, add up every penny, and I say to them, this is your price tag for your financial freedom. Whatever that negative number is, that'll be the price tag for your financial freedom. I want you to see. I want you to see how many people are going to say yes. It'll probably be maybe one or two, but the majority of the people, they will say, I'll never be able to pay that off, or I can never do that. And then they just give up. And then what that means is this. Like, for example, if some people believe they'll never pay off their student loan, right? You know what they're really saying? I will never, well, between you and I, this is what they're saying, because they'll never know they're saying this. They are accepting that they will never, ever, ever become truly wealthy. And true wealth is owning the time in your life, right? And if you owe a debt your entire life, you will never, ever, ever own the time in your life. Ever. You never own it. I had my student loan for like 10, 11 years before I paid it off, right? I did not know I would have never became wealthy. I would have been forever a slave. Forever. If I didn't pay that student loan off, right? It wasn't until it was gone until I really felt that freedom. It was like shackles that came off my neck and nothing to do with normal slavery, because this type of slavery don't care what color you are. Doesn't care. It's colorblind. All it sees is green, baby. Green. Whew. And that's what I want to come across to, especially the people your age, your generation. I want them to understand what true wealth is. Because once you have true wealth, you own the time in your life. You own every minute of it, right? And if you choose to sell it, you choose to sell it. It's a choice. You don't have to. People live to check to check. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's probably more than that. Oh yeah, paycheck to paycheck. Oh yeah, that's normal. That's normal. I lived like that for years and made over $100,000, and I was still living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have the answer. That's the craziest thing. I didn't have the answer until I asked the universe. Right now, I know, and you don't right now, and you're even speaking this way right now. Because when I was your age, I wasn't trying to hear none of that. I was trying to hear drop tops and rims and speakers in my car and this and that, the stupidest nonsense stuff ever. I don't even want to add up that kind of money. I don't even want to add it up. Because today, oh, that wouldn't have happened by far. That wouldn't even came close. Not even close. But that's gone. That's gone. Once you become wealthy once you become with money, you can buy all the toys you want. Buy them cash. Because guess what? Guess what? Here's the plus side. All right. This is why Kelley Blue Book for vehicles no longer matter to you. Okay, to you, right? If the majority of the population are in debt, I think it's like 85% of Americans, right? When you're ready to buy this toy or this car that you're going to buy, guess what? You don't care what Kelley Blue Book is offering. You don't care. That's for people that finance cars. Kelley Blue Book, when you're buying, it only is for people that are financing cars. Okay, when you're buying. Because now when you're debt free, that means you have cash. And if you have cash, you go look up the car you want inside the book, because I'm sure somebody's selling one. I guarantee you somebody's selling one for whatever price. But if the majority of Americans Americans are in debt 85%. You have an 85% chance that this person is selling your dream car, the car you want, not dream car, the car you want at 85% off. Excuse me. There's an 85% chance that this person's selling this car because they have to. So when you come up to them and say, "Hey, how much?" Say like the car was 20,000, right? You walk up and say, "Hey, I got like 15, 14 cash." They're gonna take it. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, Ulysses, that's a good one. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm dead serious about this. I would not even take a woman serious if she was in debt and didn't give a shit. I wouldn't take her serious. It's absolutely no point to continue that relationship. No point. No point. Because I'm not gonna. If she doesn't believe in herself that she can get out, you think I'm gonna spend my money to help her? No, I'm not doing that. Hey, you got a student loan? Yeah, how much is it? Oh, it's 100,000. I mean, like, when you plan on paying that off? Oh, they said that's a forever loan. No, no, it's not. Not forever with me. We can't be forever. No, we're not going to be forever because your student loan's forever. That's not coming with me. That's staying with you. Mine is gone. It's gone bye-bye. You're right. You're on the right. Hey, man, date, have fun. But like I said, people in Debt Matrix love to talk about the debt and their problems. All you got to do is mention the word student loan. You don't even have to know how they respond to it. Their response to when you say student loan will tell you everything you need to know. Usually they're like, "Oh my God, that thing is it's huge. It's so old." And man, I sure hope the government does something to get rid of that and this and that. If they start talking like that, that's when you go, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Because that's never, ever, they're never going to get rid of student loans. You know why? Because that's control. Look how many people, the last statistic I read, 44 million people are in student loan debt. You think they're going to release that kind of control? No, they're not doing that. They got these people working in places where they don't want to be there, but they want to get student loan forgiveness. And the government says, "Hey, you want to be forgiven? Yeah, you're going to work over there for peanuts and do it for 20 years, and you're going to like it." And then they do it. They sign up in hopes of forgiveness. The government has them, and mind you, talking about the government, I want you to understand, I'm not blaming them for anything. I'm not blaming the government for anything. They didn't get me in my student loan trouble. I got myself in student loan trouble by signing up. I didn't realize, why is that money so easy to get? Because if you don't pay every cent back, you're going to be a slave. I didn't know that. I was like, "Oh, cool. Oh, I got an extra check. Cool. Yeah, I can get extra nothing." They're not releasing that kind of control. 44 million people, and they can tell them where they want them to work and how much to work for if you want forgiveness. Because if you're asking them for forgiveness, you're telling them that you don't believe enough in yourself that you're going to ever pay it off. People don't even realize they're saying that to them. "Hey, can I get student loan forgiveness?" And the government says, "Oh, you're asking us forgiveness because you don't believe in yourself enough to get yourself out of it." That's what you're telling them. That's what they're telling them. The gift is, we can hear that. They don't even know what they're saying. They can't hear that. They don't even know what they're saying. "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna sign up, and then yeah, after 10 years, they're gonna forgive after this and that." Are you crazy? 10 years? Some are 25 years. It's just, there is no way I'm going to have a loan on my back. Some people's student loans are older than their children. You think they know that? Do you think they make that comparison? No. And I'm not faulting the people. They don't know. They don't know how they speak. They don't know how they talk. I thank God every day that I yell to the universe, I do not accept this mediocrity. I don't. This mediocre life, I do not accept it. I refuse. I didn't know what I was going to refuse to until I got out of debt. Eyes opened up. Now I met you. If my eyes didn't open up, we wouldn't even know each other. Wouldn't even have did the podcast. Wouldn't even happen. Wouldn't even exist. It's crazy. And a lot of them get out of debt loans, quit college, and serious situation happens. And yep. And then they take out the second jobs. Now they get us, and half of them, like some of them, have they don't work in the position that they went to school for. Some of them just, hey, I just did it because my parents told me to do it. Oh, I just did it because that's what I thought I was supposed to do. I'm trying to catch them to say, this is what I want to catch your generation, right? When they say the things they're saying and they don't know what they're saying, right? Because when you get it late 20s, early 30s, you think, at that age, you think, I'm supposed to have kids, I'm supposed to be married, I'm supposed to have a house and a dog, and you just think like that because why? Because, and then this is what I want to catch them. Why are you saying that? Tell me why you think that. Oh, they're going to say just like this. Oh, that's what I just heard. Excuse me. Question everything. You say, wait a minute. Do I feel like that inside? Do I feel like I want to do what they said I'm going to do? I need to be doing? Yeah? No? If I don't do it. Because they can't see what's behind the scenes. All you got to do is look at the statistics. Look at the divorce rate. Do you really believe if everybody is following this 30s, there's a reason why the divorce rate is so high. It's the reason. And how they always say, it's money. Money is the number one reason. No, it's debt. It's not money. I've never heard nobody get divorced say, you know what? My husband he just kept putting $1 million a month in my account, and I told him to stop, but he just kept putting more money and more money. So I said, if you don't stop doing this, I'm going to divorce you. I've never heard that. I never heard that in my life. It's over debt. And then you start pointing at each other. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Then they break up over money. It's over debt. It's not over money. It's debt. It's clear as day. My girlfriend now, hey, Ulysses, my girlfriend now, she didn't believe. I said, I need to see your credit report. She thought I was joking. I wasn't joking. She was already debt free, thank God. But she was like, oh yeah, I don't really hardly have nothing. Blah, blah. I didn't even believe her. I said, hey, you know what? I got to see your credit report. I got to see your credit report. And she showed it to me. She was shocked, but she showed it to me. I was like, cool, we all good then. She's like, Linnell, you that serious? I said, hell yeah, I'm that serious. It's that serious. You're right. I question everything. All the statements that have ever been made, time is money, money's time. You hear it one way when you're in debt. You hear it another way when you're debt free. When you're financially free, you're wealthy. You hear those statements totally different. They're not the same. Oh yeah, she thought I was an alien. She never heard that kind of question. She had no man ask her, hey, what's your credit report? Now, I guarantee you that has never happened, and I know that will never happen. Probably never happen again. If we ever broke up or whatever, it would never happen again. I guarantee you. Especially at my age. I can't, no. Well, it's been almost 40 minutes. So that's what I want to do, Ulysses. You know what? If you got some, if you hear some friends, right? You got some friends that you hear them kind of talking about debt or whatever. Let's spark up like a live session or something, right? Something that something they come up with their own questions, and then I'll just answer the questions on there. Because they don't know. If you're in debt, you don't know who to ask what. It's very difficult. It's crazy. You really don't know who to. Most people are going by people's stuff. And if they go by people's stuff, they're going to be in trouble. All right. That's it. It was a good one, man. This is 40 minutes. This is a good long one, but I enjoy it. See, when you find something you love, it didn't feel like 40 minutes. Really didn't even feel like it. All right. It's always been good. Let me know anything you pop up, man. We come on live and just let's do something like this. It doesn't matter when. I want to do it spontaneous, okay? Let's not. We don't have to plan every single thing. You know, you can call me earlier or text me earlier, right? And say, "Hey, let's jump on a live. I want to ask you something." All right, and then we'll just do it. Okay, just let's make it spontaneous. Yeah, it didn't even feel like 40 minutes. But see, you understand what I'm saying. That's why you can say, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." Other people, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking? What's he talking about? He's crazy. He look this dude. Look his head. Look at his head. He must be an alien. All right, man. See, I got my teeth to make sure my teeth look good too. Yeah. See, when you get on camera, you gotta make sure it's shining. See those teeth? All right, man. Ulysses is always good. Like I said, we can do some spontaneous stuff. All right. All right. You have a good one. See you later.